The shoebill stork has to be among the most bizarre-looking birds on the globe. The gigantic bird is native to Africa's wetlands and is most renowned for its ancient traits, particularly its massive hollow beak that resembles a Dutch clog. This surviving dinosaur was adored by the ancient Egyptians and could outrun a crocodile, but that's not the only thing that distinguishes the death pelican. What is a shoebill? Shoebills are prehistoric bird species that have been identified by humans dating back to ancient Egyptian. For an extended period, the shoebill was mistaken for a stork, but it was later moved to the pelican family and is considered comparable to a heron. Shoebill birds produce eggs that resemble pelicans and carry some genetic traits. The shoebill is usually around 40 to 50 inches long, although it can be significantly bigger depending on the avian. Male shoebill birds typically weigh approximately 12 pounds and are slightly bulkier than female shoebills, but only slightly. All shoebill birds have huge spoon-like bills and gray plumage that become brown as they age. Despite their stork or pelican cousins, they have enormous wingspans for flying and short necks. Whilst their body and wings resemble those of a vulture, shoebills are not linked to this bird. Shoebills kill and devour their food, mainly fish, with their large muscular bills. Although this is uncommon, they may also consume rats, reptiles, and smaller birds. Shoebills interact with one another by clattering their bills, although they may also occasionally emit mooing noises. What is the scientific name of the shoebill? Balaniceps rex is the scientific name for the shoebill. The Balaniceps genus is part of the Balanicipidae group, which also contains the shoebill and the hammerkop. Although belonging to the same family as the shoebill, the hammerkop is significantly smaller and does not resemble it. Are shoebills endangered species? The shoebill is a rare species. This indicates that whilst shoebill is not now endangered, it is currently on its way to becoming so due to habitat degradation and poaching. Conservation efforts are underway to save the shoebill from becoming endangered. Are there more than one species of shoebill? Although there are just one shoebill species, it has two known ancient forebears. The first, Goliath, was discovered in Egypt, while the second, Palidavis, was found in Egypt but fossilized at a different period. Despite being descended from these two cousins, the shoebill no longer has distinct varieties and is only available in one color. Dinosaurs' last living species, shoebill? Humans have recognized shoebills since the Egyptian civilization when they were first mentioned in writing. They did not have a categorization until the 1800s, when they were known in the West, particularly in Europe. It took more than a century for shoebills to be classed. Scientists are still studying fossils and research on shoebills to grasp whether what creatures are and how they can comprehend them. Identifying these lovely shoebill birds is critical, and knowledge about them can aid in conservation programs and prevent the shoebill bird from becoming extinct. Shoebills are not extremely dangerous to people, and no deaths have been reported due to these birds attacking people, pets, or cattle. They may appear frightening and have large, intimidating bills, yet those bills are primarily a source of danger for fish and few tiny creatures. It is critical to act to protect shoebill birds and their ecosystems so that shoebills can thrive in the future. Shoebill birds, terrifying facts. After birth, shoebill chicks fight until they die. Shoebill birds are secretive animals, therefore seeing chicks in the nest is unusual. However, one group of researchers was fortunate enough to know these fledgling birds, and their experience was not as uplifting as they had hoped. They discovered that many nests only had 2 chicks, frequently hatched around 5 days apart. As a result, the very first chicks are significantly larger than their younger siblings. It's typical for the first chick to start a vicious rivalry instead of embracing the second chick. On multiple instances, the adult chick attacked and drew blood from its younger sister, said BBC reporter Alex Lanchester. This would push its sibling to the edge of the nest. Whenever the parent came, it chose the big chick, sheltering it from sunlight with its own wings and providing it with water from its beak. The more petite chick was driven into the heat and perished gradually. Shoebills can produce gun sounds. Shoebill storks are patient creatures. They'll linger in the water for an hour, occasionally up to their waistlines, waiting for unsuspecting victims to swim past. The bird keeps motionless throughout this period, and its black feathers frequently merge into the adjacent shadows. So despite its height, this bird remains well hidden. When it comes to mates, these creatures aren't nearly so calm. When encountering a possible partner, shoebills clack their bills to produce a machine gun shooting sound. It's been likened to a hippo mating cry. They make this terrible sound by simultaneously vibrating their mouths and smacking their upper and lower bills. It's uncommon to hear these species make any noise, but stay your distance whenever they do. They may, after all, be possessive even towards their own partners. Shoebills can be the height of a human. Shoebill birds are not particularly meaty birds, weighing just about 16 pounds. Despite this, the shoebill stork is still extraordinarily tall. They may grow about 5 feet in height and spread their wingspan to even more than 7 feet in breadth. Their snouts are also very big and broad, reaching 8 to 12 inches in length and 4 to 5 inches in diameter. These bird species tower over toddlers and may even gaze down on some adults. They may continue for hours without blinking their glittering eyes, so their resting visage may appear to you like a death stare if it is at eye level. Shoebills, bad luck according to a few cultures. Even though they have few predators, shoebills are an endangered bird species. Humans are primarily to blame for the extinction of these birds, which number less than 5,000. Humans frequently hunt the birds, and their habitats are being devastated. However, one of the primary causes of their dire situation is based on a belief. Many people think that these birds bring ill luck. A shoebill near the coast is believed to bring bad luck to fishermen for the day. Many tribal communities may intentionally kill shoebills to clear their territory of the evil omens these bird species bring. Unfortunately, these activities have resulted in the extinction of birds in many regions of Africa. Until the 1850s, they were uncatalogued. The shoebill was revered by ancient Arabs and Egyptians and found its way into both civilizations' art. Beyond those early encounters, the bird remained an issue in many Western societies until the mid-19th century. This reflects the bird's inherent propensity to shun human interaction. Shoebills are lonely, calm birds that can stay still for hours if necessary. These gigantic storks had a native range of even more than 2 million square meters, so it's fantastic that they were able to elude dozens of ornithologists scouring the region for new species for so long. Before devouring its prey, the shoebill decapitates it. That silly-looking bill slapped across the front of the shoebill's face may not appear threatening, but it's a devastating weapon. Of course, it also seems like a shoe, which none of the cultures encountering the winged creature has overlooked. The Arabs named it Abu Markub, meaning father of a slipper. That law, however, is not to be taken lightly. Shoebills primarily target large fish, including eels, lungfish, and goldfish. They will, however, not refuse to kill lizards, reptiles, and young crocodiles. The shoebill raises its bill just wide enough for its prey to push its head out after trapping the prey's body inside its beak. The shoebill then cracks down once more with its meat cleaver beak and eliminates its victim's head before devouring the remainder. Shoebill storks enjoy poorly oxygenated water. Shoebill storks possess distinct hunting preferences. They deliberately seek low oxygenated water because it compels their food to rise to the surface more frequently, allowing them to pursue it more quickly. Shoebills may remain motionless for hours at a time, but they can hunt for food much more readily with the correct water. Water with large mammals in it is another rare feature that shoebills enjoy. During feeding season, hippopotamuses can help shoebills. The fish are forced to move toward the surface when hippos are immersed in water. Shoebills will wait for hippos to disrupt the fish before striking. They defecate to relieve themselves. Urohidrosis is typical behavior of giant birds such as shoebills and other storks. It refers to whether an animal feces on itself to regulate its body temperature. Their excrement is comparable to typical bird dung, thus it evaporates quickly. Shoebills possess warm blood flowing in their legs, therefore heat is employed to evaporate waste, causing the blood flow to cool. As a result, you may notice these birds' feces on themselves to maintain their body temperature during the day. Alright, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe to the channel for more updates.